So, new log. I was just like wanting to listen to some interesting stuff about attraction and psychology, basically. So I like did a search string like intelligent discussion about psychology and attraction, and I noticed like all the products there, like the videos, the uploaded videos, they were like unattractive people talking about attraction, and it's like, yeah. So I don't know. I feel like in terms of what Blink said in that Blink X, that Twitch streamer said, and when I asked her about alpha males, like how she was like, it's just like a way to sell books to people, you know, a way to get people to buy products. It's like potentially. I just feel as though psychology and attraction are interesting subjects, and so fair enough. What that streamer was talking about was alpha, like the notion of alpha male and stuff, and like, fair enough, like, you can look at it like that. I just feel like, sweet as, if psychiatrists want to label people and like pretend that's all they are, like, why not just like be like, okay, sweet, I'll just come up with my own label for myself then. And like, alpha is a pretty nice label. Like, I'm gonna be straight up, it's close to Alice here. It's like both starting with ALs and there's like A's in there as well. So alpha, you know. And in terms of what an alpha is to me, like, and why this matters with, or like why it's relevant to psychology and attraction, it's because it's a sociological term in nature. It's like sociological, and I feel like it's a bit like the notion of gentlemanliness, like in terms of being outstanding, um, and being a natural leader as well. And you know, just to inject a bit of philosophy here, I feel like honestly, the notion of the internet being the only social media that exists, like in terms of the human social network, it makes sense. And to extrapolate or to like vibe or riff with that, like, I feel like maybe everybody's network is the network that exists. Like, we're a part of this life network, and that's what it is. It's a network. Life is a network, and like a part of this means that everybody's in your network, bro. And like, well, who's the alpha? Who's the alpha of the life network? Is it Donald Trump because he doesn't look that attractive? No offense, he's probably good at business. I'm just saying, in terms of leadership, if you don't have attractive leaders, who's deciding things for others? Like, that's not what leadership's about. But we have this threat-based society that uses like laws, like, you don't fucking do that, otherwise I'm gonna fucking do this. You know, it's like, it's a threat-based society, and in terms of like having good leaders, like, you have to examine the leadership that impose the rules of a threat-based society. And and honestly, I think it's a bit like the prudes, sort of like the lawmakers or whoever determines things for other people. Like, it's inspired this line of thought from what Corey said to me, Tyler's brother, about like, you know, maybe the people that are responsible for magic mushrooms being outlawed, you know, maybe they had a bad trip, and like they're the ones deciding things for other people. And it's like vibing with that notion. It's like, maybe, yeah, like maybe the lawmakers are like not deserving of their place in society as determining things for other people, because that's essentially like they're trying to be leaders. It's like artificial leadership, you know. And it's also a concern, a threat against humanity. Like, my business is protecting humanity, woo, defending mankind, woo, I take my name seriously. And so, deciding things for others, like, that's very psychiatric in nature. And so, I feel like, essentially, I feel like critical analysis is valuable, to be honest. I also feel as though it's like, I'm just wondering, like, anyways, to backtrack, what I was thinking about earlier is the lack of responsibility and accountability that exists. Like you can't chop off the head of somebody who is like creating the injustice and suffering in the world. It's more like Hydra, in terms of you chop off one head and then like more grow back. And so it's like, in terms of accountability and responsibility, I feel like these things are super relevant. And that's why I think like maybe something like cloud licenses makes sense, like removing anonymity. A lot of violent acts, like just, I feel like you wouldn't even be able to discuss them because of the nature of the systems that have accountability interwoven into them inherently, essentially in an architectural sense. I guess it's about eliminating the possibility of negativity architecturally, i.e. inherently. Hashtag hacker. Syntax hacks.